themselves a little bit leading into this critical stretch of the year. And then this tournament we've talked about, Morphling was going to be for sure one of the heroes of the tournament coming in, and Liquid started off very strong. They seem to have all kinds of different answers in the first phase against Morphling. They seem to, and they themselves being a Morph team, seem to understand this hero very well, and so I feel like they've kind of put on a clinic that other teams have learned from in dealing with this hero so far.
Yeah, I mean, as far as drafting goes for Liquid right now, you kind of look at like what's the meta, what's good right now. You look at the Undying, the Enchantress, you look at Morphling, Medusa. A lot of teams aren't particularly doing well with them and their win rates aren't the highest, but with Liquid, these are close to 100% win rate heroes across the board for all these heroes. And they've always been kind of like the trendsetters, the meta setters for this, not even this patch, but the last couple patches.
Yeah, speaking of the draft, I believe we got one coming our way here as Team Liquid and PSG.LGD are ready for game number 1 of this best of 3. We got Team Liquid on the Radiant side with the second pick, therefore overall last pick. PSG.LGD Dire side with first pick, and we got a Pugna Enchantress banned out by them. We also have an Undying Broodmother banned out by Team Liquid, so we got some heroes left in the pool that are pretty good, namely Morphling. Also thinking of a potential Timber Saw coming out, but what's the... Yeah, go for it.
I think there's gonna be like a Morphling Enigma trait in this first phase.
Ooh!
Wow, that's actually...
The nothing to say Primal Beast.
This has been going up in priority for them with the Enigma as well for LGD, so I wasn't sure if they were going to ban it or not.
Yeah, I did not expect the Primal Beast being a first pick like that, but that hero is definitely showing off like big time in this tournament. It's been winning like and owning most of the games I've seen, at least. So it's kind of makes sense to pick it like first like this.
No, it's definitely looking good. I haven't seen a bad Primal Beast game yet. I've seen games where the Primal Beast doesn't do really well in the laning stage, kind of owns there, but then his rotations have just been on point, and they've been buffing this Pulverize patch after patch, and now it just seems to be what Primal Beast needs. His damage seems quite insane right now.
Yeah. And I love this Morphling pickup because for Team Liquid, Nisha on top of Mickey, like they both play Morph, and it's a very good answer against Primal Beast, and it's probably like it's probably gonna be a mid Morph this game, because you know, people consider Morph as a good counter pick to the Primal Beast overall.
And Liquid's definitely a team that they're one of the better teams that can do that type of play, where you can just throw a carry mid, and then you have Mickey, who used to play mid, so he has like a huge hero pool in the safe lane if he does want to run something that's not as greedy. Because normally when you have the Morph mid, you don't want to double down on having too many carries. So if they do that, I think Mickey will play something a little less greedy. Maybe like potentially a Lesh carry against the Naga could be good as well.
Yeah, for sure. And the Naga, we've seen on the elimination matches yesterday, the Naga has been also showing a big time, and has been winning most of his games as well. So LGD had some calculations after yesterday games, and they decided to just, you know, get their strategies on board.
Yeah, they know exactly what they want to ban as well, seems like. Able to remove some of the offlaners they don't want Zai to play.
10 seconds.
The question is the Naga that good, or was the C Naga that good?
5 seconds.
Because I know all the C teams were playing the Naga, and they were looking good, and they were prioritizing it as like first phase as well, but LGD have not played a single game of Naga yet. So maybe taking some inspiration, some of the good from this. Sure, we lost all our C teams, but when they did win, they were winning with this Naga.
Yeah, and the Primal Beast.
Heroes had a larger hero pool among a lot of the carries of this tournament, I would say. Played Spectre yesterday, clinkz, like they pick a lot of different stuff for him. I think the Naga is kind of, they want an illusion type answer against the Morphling, and they pick it here before it gets banned, and then later on in the draft they can add to it with some wombo combo to kind of make Morphling's life a little bit tougher in fights. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see a Disruptor or another favorite of Wise for them, the Elder Titan, taken later in this draft. And for Liquid, so I think we talked about this day 1, but Morph on second pick, they seem to have been more worried about Morph on first pick because they usually leave it in the pool if they're on second pick, but lost against it, I think, against Shopify on first, and they banned it when they're not first pick. So with the second pick, like they do have a chance to counter pick, like I guess 2 of the side lanes of LGD with their later selections. So we'll see if that's what happens. That could be troublesome, because I think that's how LGD lost in their game-in matches very quickly.
I'm not a big fan of a Clockwerk straight up against Primal Beast, since he's not going on his lane. Most likely, there's nothing to say he's going to play the Primal Beast. But at the same time, this here is still like very annoying for Primal in the mid game because like there's no way you can, even if you buy BKB, you can get cogged, and then you can just run around in the cog, like stepping over clockwerk. And if he buys 4 stuff, then he's gonna like just make so much space for his team against the Primal.
I remember I forgot which game I was watching, but it was one of the